Samos Volunteers started in 2016 when the biggest need then was to actually distribute blankets, clothes, water, anything that would make their short stay here on the island more comfortable. It is very complicated to live in the camp. There is very little access to water, to electricity. It became clear that the main challenge would be to actually provide psychosocial support and to actually provide some sense of routine for people that would stay here for a long time. So what we did is that we opened Alpha with the idea to provide a community center and then provide also education, informal education, mainly through language classes, English, French for Francophone, German and Greek, but also music classes, art classes, computer classes. The whole idea and the spirit of Alpha is really to provide a place and services that would be safe for people, where people would feel welcome, they would feel like the place they come from won't matter. We really want to instill a sense of humanity and dignity for people living in the camp. Because of the living condition, there's a lot of scabies, a lot of bed bugs, and actually being able to properly wash your clothes at a higher temperature, and so that comes through our laundry service.
Women and girls safe spaces such as the one that we have here in Samos are very important in humanitarian settings because they function as one of the entry points for protection cases such as survivors of gender-based violence and others. We are trying to facilitate the conditions for women to organize themselves, build safetyness within their own communities, and therefore reduce the risks of suffering violence. We do this through different approaches. The first one is empowerment. We are trying to share as much information as possible with women so they are the primary recipients of information in their families. We do host recreational activities that contribute directly to improve their mental health, such as art and craft sessions, beauty and wellness, gardening, drama, and others. We also have programs of fitness, dance, and yoga classes. We offer support for women building their CVs, cover letters. We have sewing classes where women can come and learn how to use the sewing machine, or if they already know, how to improve their previous knowledge, which could potentially in the future be a source of an income.
Supposedly, the living conditions are better, but it is completely isolated. The fact that it is so far isolated from any city, from the local community, from the organization support, will actually impact people's mental health. So what we are going to do is that we are renting a land by the camp, and we are aiming to provide the same activities because that's what we are known and appreciated for. For us, it's really important there is a continuity from the Alpha in a community center and then Alpha on the land. We want to be, again, this safe space for people to come. We want to be as welcoming as possible, and we want to show that we are there for people.
For Samos Volunteers, it's a privilege and an honor to work with and for the refugee living in the camp here in the island.
We do not rely on governments, we do not rely on anyone but private donors.
We can only do this through your generous contributions, so please consider make a donation. Another way to support the project is to follow us on social media, to share and like our posts, to help us raise awareness.
We are committed to stay here whatever happens.